that very impassioned clap was for a reason, because that sounded awesome.
Thanks very much.
No, thank you. It's interesting. I read in your bio that you're from New Brunswick, and my brain automatically goes to Jersey.
Right.
But you're very far away from Jersey, right?
Yeah, New Brunswick, Canada, East Coast. Yeah.
So what is New Brunswick, Canada like?
It's a Canadian version of Maine, pretty much. Same
Yeah?
kind of weather, same kind of coastline stuff.
Pretty much beautiful. So
Yeah.
pretty much the antithesis of New Brunswick,
Yeah.
New Jersey. Yeah. No turnpike traffic or any of that stuff. Talk to me. I know that this is your 8th album, and I was under the impression that this is your first album. So, but I think it's just maybe you're translating to the States finally over here.
Yeah, it's the first time I've really had a big label behind me.
Yeah.
Signed with True North this past year, and they had a lot more presence down here, so it's the first time we've actually had a release in the States. So as far as being here, it's my first album, I guess. Yeah.
So it's strange though, right? I mean, you have 7 other albums under your belt.
Yeah, I mean, the show consists of, when I play live, I play, lots of back catalog and that kind of stuff. And, it's great to have a foot in the door with a new album and, get people looking at the old stuff.
Well, you can tell the label, like, shit, I have 7 albums ready to go after this one.
Exactly.
It's like, we'll release them. That's like the opposite of the music industry now, which is just releasing a single.
Yeah.
It's like, you can for the next 7 years, you have material.
Yeah.
But you can buy this shit online. I'm being a jerk.
Yeah,
but
I've done everything independent for the last little while, until this last album. So it's all been out there, building fan base and stuff.
But how does it feel? I mean, to be on a major label. And by the way, I'm not poo-pooing your 7 other releases at all. But I mean, there's obviously a difference that you've.
Yeah, it's like you get a bit of a machine, a bigger push behind you. You can only do so much by yourself. Especially, I only know so much about the business, right? So I don't really have the ties to get into distributors and all that kind of stuff. Right. And you need people to kind of take on that stuff, so you can just be an artist, really.
What about you're opening for Johnny Lang and Buddy Guy, and these aren't names that you just kind of throw away. I mean,
right.
these are epic names. So talk to me about that. Like, I mean, have you in the past, been on tours with acts like that?
Yeah, I've been really lucky. I've had some really cool opportunities, and it's always great. I mean, it's a great way to come down here instead of playing to 4 people the first time and hopefully getting 6 the next time. Last night I played in front of 1,600 people for my first time in town, so it's like, you can't beat that, really. He does all the work. I just got to show up and not suck. Pretty much is my.
I think you're incapable of sucking. That's just my guess.
I'd like to think so, but you never know. We all have moments.
Ask me that question, and I'll be like, no, I'm actually pretty capable. So talk to me about what the summer looks like for you. I'm assuming shows, right?
Yeah, this summer's gonna be a different one for me. Usually I play solo for the most part. Probably I'd say 95% of the year. But this summer I'm taking out a 10-piece band, which is a whole new thing for me. It's going to have horns and the whole bit, kind of reproducing what we did on the album. So it's going to be it's going to be a big show. Big mess is what we're calling it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And summer festivals are always great. It's nice to shake off the whole everyday touring, playing in venues and that kind of stuff, which is really great to be able to do that. But it's nice. Festivals just have a different vibe. People are just there for the music. They're there for the whole weekend. They kind of bunker down. So it's always a great vibe. Yeah.
You have any preference whether you're playing in front of a 10-piece band or just in a classroom here? I mean, is it just as long as you're performing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty comfortable solo. That's where I'm most comfortable, really. And the only thing I miss when I don't have a band is harmonies and that kind of stuff. I get to lay back a little bit more and not work as hard.
Do you want to redo that song and I'll back you up a little bit?
Sure, I can do that.
But you even threw out a falsetto at one point, which was pretty I felt like it's funny because I was sitting over there, which it's off camera, but there's a chair over there. No, I was sitting in the corner crying, and I heard the falsetto and I was like, what? Yeah. I was like, I became like Randy Jackson all of a sudden. I was like, what?
What's going on, dog? Yeah, I mean, I have all kinds of bags of tricks, It's just being the guitar on stage for the most part, so I try to have every bit of...
What was life like, in New Brunswick?
I grew up in a small town, so definitely a working class kind of place, and music's a big part of the culture there. Such where the music comes from. We never really decided to play music.
Did your parents play and stuff?
Yeah, my mom played, my grandfather played, lots of cousins, so you just kind of eventually pick something up, because you...
Man, I wish I was born into your family. I have no musical talent.
Yeah, it was really great. It's a great way to grow up. I mean, every time the family gets together, even just East Coast of Canada is known for kitchen parties. That's where everything happens. The food's there, the drinks are there, the music's there. Yeah,
that's awesome. My parties were just like that, except without any music. It's a very sad existence. Well, thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. It sounded great.